Disco meets pop when a la mode takes the stage at the Sports Garden. Mary Reichert works fiber into beautiful pieces of art.
Wool is really sensitive. It's like it's incredible.
It's like the Anishinaabe people around here, they're like butterflies. What do they touch? They touch everything.
Artist Leah Yellowbird shares her vision through detailed paintings. Meet these artists and hear more homegrown music in this episode of The Playlist.
Funding for The Playlist is provided by the citizens of Minnesota through the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Every show that we get together, it's just like, this feels right. Like, I'm really happy when I get together with you. Like, I don't know, it's so much fun. It's so much, the fun we have, the fun we share, like practicing, frustrations, everything about it. I know that's very cheesy, but it's so honest.
It's all worth it.
I don't know, like we've definitely grown already in just a year and a half, like not only as people, but as musicians and as friends. And a dysfunctional family that we chose. You know, like this is.
We're wrangling it together. We're understanding the different components of the family and how it works, so then you don't break the family.
Yes. Exactly.
It's like having 4 girlfriends.
Yeah.
And I have a girlfriend. So I have 5 girlfriends now. But I love them equally. I love them equally.
We're very high maintenance,
I love them
but we
equally.
all love each other a lot.
It's something that I really feel from the inside out, almost, in the sense that it's like I can't help myself but to make felt, and there's something so satisfying in the physicality of it. I love the feel of the wool, but I also love how it takes my whole body to lay out the wool, to wet down the wool, to roll it, that I'm just really physically engaged. That all keeps me coming back to making felt. My name is Mary Reichert. I live in Saginaw, Minnesota, on the Cloquet River. I'm a felt maker, and I love rug making in particular. There's something so sweet about having wool under your foot. It feels really nice. And I think they're equally beautiful on the wall. When I went to Kyrgyzstan, I learned about making what's called pre-felt, which is wool that's very loosely held together, and then you're able to cut designs out of it. And so it opens up a whole new world of possibility. Basically anything you can imagine and cut out, you can then felt into your rug. I am making a silken felt scarf. Right now I'm laying down some pre-felt. This design, I first started using this design when I traveled in Central Asia. I picked this up there. It's called the dog's tail, and I have had people think that it's from Hawaii, that it's from Scandinavia. It's a really universal symbol of eternal life, and sort of I also think of it as the blessing. When I came home from Central Asia and I started using this too, it's just like the blessing of water. And the generosity of life that comes with the water. Your tools are really simple. You have wool, you have water. I have a piece of nylon netting under here, and I use a towel, and that's about it. You're constantly listening to the wool, and it's like you get a lot of feedback as you're going with how much pressure to use, because in the beginning you need to be really light because the fibers haven't gathered together yet, but the more that you go, then the stronger, the more firm you need to be to really bring those fibers together. But you can, over time, you can feel how much pressure you need. It's nice with felt, as you saw, I can just cut and the edges don't fray. One of the things that I've learned from studying in Central Asia is that idea of the designs as an alphabet. That the masters, when you really begin to delve into felt making and the design aspect, that you play with that alphabet and then you create your own designs from, you know, a story that's already kind of been written, but then you keep moving that into the present in your own way. Ta-da! And there's a scarf. Yeah.
We're at the American Indian Community Housing Organization's beautiful Bob Paulus Gallery with Leah Yellowbird. Thank you for letting us come and tour.
You're welcome. Glad to have you.
Tell me a little bit about this piece.
This piece is called the Family Tree, and it represents the medallions that the Native people wear at powwows. All of us seem to have a style of beading on our regalia that has gone from family styles to, you know, our aunties have helped, our grandmas have helped, and so each one of these is representing that, and they're all touching. And the whole idea is that we are one big family and that we all touch one another.
You can tell when you look at your paintings, and I'm approaching it because you've
Yes,
given me
yes.
approval to touch.
Of course.
You can tell you're a beater.
Yes, yes, I've been beading forever. And the whole idea was for me to do a painting and have someone look at it and think it was beads.
I have to love the wolves.
This is the wolf pack, and so I wanted it to look camouflage. Make the woodland florals camouflage, and make their bodies camouflage, and give them the eyes, because it's almost like that. To me, they're the eyes of the woods. You know?
Oh, definitely. Now, one of the biggest pieces in the show is this one, and I can't imagine how long this took to create.
This was about 5 months, and I used a number 2 pointer brush, which is a brush that people use basically for eyes. It is a tiny detail. The whole idea was the creation story of Turtle Island, which is the center, and what transpired off of Turtle Island, humanity. What you don't see very much of is the tiny little fish here in all the little gaps. And I painted them with my thumbs, actually, the inside of them. I did that because these are the people you walk on every day, the people you walk by, the people you don't see, the oppressed people, the Anishinaabe. The whole thing was the rug is not complete without everyone. You know, if something's missing, there's a hole. So I'm hoping that this will convey that each part is important, even the water. This is listening to the drum and only having Ojibwe thoughts, and the bad thoughts are set aside for that moment in time so you could heal. And so these are my braids bouncing and the Ojibwe woodland florals coming out of my head. My eyes are closed. I hope that it expresses the pulling in of the heart.
Truly one of the most beautiful self-portraits I've ever seen.
Thank you very much.
That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. When you see it from afar, you know that it's a butterfly,
Right.
but you step up and you see all these beautiful images inside it.
Yes, it's almost like painting in a painting in a painting, and it's all those special things when the snow finally goes and you see something for the first time and you notice it more clearly initially when they first come out. And I just thought, oh, it's like the Anishinaabe people around here, they're like butterflies. What do they touch? They touch everything. And again, it's the whole thing about taking time and beauty and what's around you, and the small things being as important as the large things. They were doing a show here about mother and child, and they were asking for submissions of works about mother and child and how important that was in the Native community. And each one of them has a different kind of seed, but the beauty is still there. And if we could see it all with trees or flowers or plants or everything that's important to us here, that maybe we would pay more attention. It was really fulfilling, like going through this special box of beads, because I was doing something really special with them. You know, I was using them for seeds and hopefully making a difference or a comment or a statement that somebody would understand.
I think you're definitely planting seeds.
Thank you
Leah,
very much,
Thank you
Karen.
so much. Thanks for the tour.
Thank you.
Happy homegrown, everybody! Let's keep this train moving. Show me what you got. Broken heart, still no news to me. Drink my
My name's Peter Knudsen. I play guitar for a la mode, and I think our ice cream flavor would be Rocky Road.
My name is Nathan, and I play voice for a la mode. And I think if a la mode was a certain kind of ice cream, I'm sticking with it, guys. It's vanilla with a cherry on top, and I don't care. Maybe some whipped cream on the side. I don't know. That is my decision. I've made it.
I'm Ned. I play the keyboards. You'll find me tucked away in the corner of the stage. And I'm going to go with an out there answer. I think that we're Dippin' Dots.
Ooh. My name's Alex Piazza. I play bass guitar. And I guess I would say our ice cream flavor would be Neapolitan because there's many layers.
Dang.
I'm Rio. I play drums, and I'm gonna feed off Ned. Banana split Dippin' Dots.
Ooh.
So really good.
You can eat them in
good.
space.
You can?
Yeah.
You can.
I think we're all influenced by a lot of pop songs and pop music out there. So I think we kind of just wanted to put our own spin on it.
I'm gonna say pop dance music, because isn't that like why we do it?
Yep, exactly.
A song usually starts with a riff by somebody, and
it's definitely a combination of all of us, hands down.
Yeah, arrangement is definitely the band's duty, like the final flow of the song and how it emerges and where it breaks and where it lightens up and where the climax of the song is. Sometimes a song's done and then Alex comes up with the bridge, or Peter uses his Maxi Child's Trio songbook to come up with a great bridge for us. Nate writes almost all the lyrics, with like a little bit of help from each of us at times, because trust is important.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I have this weird process when it comes to creating lyrics. Basically, I start with a melody. So whatever these guys are doing, I'll try to fit myself into that like an instrument. Doing that and then letting the words come out as gibberish, which is something that these guys have gotten used to over a year and a half. Because I'll just be like singing into the microphone and I'll just be like, straight up, it'll be just gibberish, but melodic gibberish, You speak gibberish, but all of a sudden the words start to form underneath that gibberish. So it's like a subconscious gibberish with a melody attached to it. Whatever you're doing, whether you're like trying to self-actualize and you're writing lyrics based off that, or if you're mournful because this girl's broken your heart or whatnot, whatever comes out subconsciously is like the best in terms of lyrics. And for me, I've found out that just comes out and it forms itself over time. And what's the name of the website again?
HearAlamode.com.
Okay, HearAlamode.com is the name of the website. So if you just go to HearAlamode.com, we'll have all of the updates for you. How about? I know people use Facebook all the time. We got Facebook too, just under Alamode, one word. But yeah, HearAlamode.com. HearAlamode.com.
You literally just discovered your band's domain name for the website just now, didn't you?
No, I just didn't want to screw it up. I just didn't want to screw it up, Rio.
Alrighty. This next song was our first single we ever released. It's called My Mistake, so if you've heard it, sing along with me.
You're looking fine and Thank you very, very much.